Good morning, good morning. Welcome to 4x8 Paper Stuff. This is Beth. Welcome to My Time to Journal, an untrained person playing with lots of art supplies and having fun. Join me. Well, today I'm going to do something I haven't done in a very long time. I don't remember when. I had the back side of the donut page and it has this blue ink that seeped through the other side. And I'm going to cover it, even though I'm covering up that beautiful watercolor. And today the prompt is tomato slice. So I'm getting out some green, and this is not don't be confused that this might be Christmas. This is plants with tomatoes on them, tomato plants. And our prompt is tomato slice. And where do you get a tomato slice from? A tomato plant. So I went ahead and put double-sided tape on all the edges of the blue piece, and I'm going to cover it up. I have blue on the other side, so I'm okay with that. And I'm going to do something else I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to overlap this over the center seam. Yeah. And I'm also going to try something. Today is a day of firsts. I'm going to try how some of these people that know what they're doing bend their paper back or their tape back a little bit so that they have a tab to pull from, but in that way they get the paper straight. I know. Who am I? So I can pull these pieces off the back side now, even though I forgot to do that one because I had two pieces on this side. But see how that piece of paper is over the center seam? I'm going to keep it like that. And my U tried to run away from my donut, but we found it and we got it back on track here. So I am okay. My husband's back. He's putting gas in my car. What a nice guy. I cut off the edge, the excess from the sides that I want to trim, keeping the middle seam and throwing away everything. And why is he putting gas in my car? Because we're going to the beach. Probably while you're watching this, I'm on my way to the beach. But first, I have to a doctor's appointment in the morning, just a checkup thing and a follow up thing, and then I'm headed out. So I'm getting out some washi tape, but all of the angles. This is a round journal, a circle journal, full circle. Everything is all the prompts are from round things, but all my edges today are right angles. And I'm going to throw in some washi tape. Avocado and fruit tape go with this too. Tomato is a fruit. Did you know that? Yes, it is. So I'm going through this little. I cleaned off my desk yesterday, 2 days ago for you, and I am going through some like color things that might work for this background, and they're all right angles. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with all these right angles and squares in a round journal? We're going to go with it. Now there are some circles on things. There's circles in the washi tape. There's circles in some of those little squares. Those are just fabric samples that I photographed. Anyhow, this was fun to do. All my images touch each other because I learned that. That is one thing I have learned, and and it may not be a whole steadfast rule, but it's one that I like, so I'm going with it. And when I say they touch each other, they all touch by the end. But I wanted nothing lined up. If I have to have all these right angles, I don't want them lined up, although those four are. But the things that go with them aren't lined up. I have things sticking off of things and things juxtaposed to things. Is that a word? I don't know. But I really, really like that. And I went over the center seam with that piece of tomato slice. I could go for some tomato with basil and mozzarella and some um, syrupy balsamic. What do you call that? I can't remember what it's called. Ooh, that looks good. Mm-mm-mm. I have to go to the beach a day or two ahead of my husband. I don't have to. I'm going to. Maybe that's my time to eat things that he doesn't normally like for dinner, like balsamic and mozzarella on French bread with what is that balsamic? That's a syrup. I can't remember the name of it. Anyhow, drizzle it over the top. Oh, so good. I think that's going to be my first stop at the grocery store is the tomato aisle. So anyhow, I'm just trying to make bases for these tomatoes to rest on because there's no French bread available and it would get soggy in my journal. Anyhow, I really like this. This is a departure from me. I do a lot of the same thing over and over. I use different colors, I use different shapes, but my favorite thing to do is glue, and my favorite thing to do is put papers on top of other papers. this was fun. This was fun. This, I have to say, this was fun. Tons of right angles, tons of things that don't normally show up in things that I like and things that I do. Things that I like, yes. Things that I do, no. I somehow regress to digress to round. And I love Zen circles. It is what it is. But I really like this. So while I can't have my crostini hors d'oeuvres now, I'll have to wait till tomorrow. Today for you. I can put them in my journal. And they happen to be round. Yes, maybe I'll take a picture of the ones I make at the beach. That would be fun. Anyhow, bright colored washi tape, food washi tape, right angles, and a little bit of circles thrown in. I had to do some of these. I'm not bringing these to the beach, so you may not see these for a while. I don't know how long I'm going to stay. I don't know how long we're going to stay. I don't know when my husband's going down. As soon as I get home, I want to go back to the beach. And as soon as I get to the beach, I want to go home. It's craziness. But we only have we have 2.5 months left. So we're past the halfway mark already. We get to spend 6 months at the beach over the fall and the winter and the beginning of early spring. We have to give it up. We don't have to. We've chosen to give it up at the beginning of April because April, May, June, July, August, September, we rent it. And it pays for itself for the rest of the year. It pays its taxes. It pays its upkeeps and upgrades and like the golf cart and that kind of stuff that we got this year. We're paying for it with our summer rental money. So that way we can use it the other 6 months out of the year and not feel like we're not guilty or we are guilty. Anyhow, yum tomatoes. Here we go. Tomato slices. Yum. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow. Bye.